Oh, bro. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Four.
Let's go.
FNAF 2.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
2, 5, 2 nights.
Everybody.
Wait,
It's five. Sorry. 5 nights at FNAF.
Whoa. No.
We have a group of us here.
We do. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, we stand.
We have to all send this live stream to our families.
No.
No, I'm posting. No.
No.
Everybody, no.
Yes, my mom's gonna watch this at 10:50 at night.
My mom's gonna watch this at 10:50 at night.
My parents are asleep.
Yeah, why are your parents asleep?
My parents are not asleep,
Hey,
and
guys,
they are
Guys, we should
watching.
probably like scoot down an inch. For
No, where are we all?
other way, other way.
Other way.
To be fair, I don't think they know I went and sold this movie. so-
Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
That way, because I don't think you're in all the way.
No.
I'm like in the very.
Oh, you're good. You gotta get in a come in the window. Yeah.
If you want, you
Why
can
is it
slide over here. It's in your room.
Oh yeah, do you
Can
want to
someone
just, like, walk
Wait,
around
no,
this way.
no. They're gone.
Oh yeah. Are you sure?
No, I have to check for the link anyway.
Oh.
Oh, it's really
Yeah,
funny.
that's what I thought.
It's
Okay, there
great.
we go.
Okay.
What? It's
Oh,
It's
basically-
okay.
It's
It's this way, but it's okay.
Because they. What do you mean it's this way?
It's the wrong way.
What? No, let me see.
Like it's sideways.
Oh.
It's
Like, it
okay.
won't-
Well. Nice
Can we
one.
fix that?
Well,
Yeah, because when we
no.
post this in here.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, there's a there's like a little, there's a split.
Yeah, there's a-
That's the camera. That's the
Yeah,
camera.
that's
just gonna give
it the
the
other
other camera.
Oh.
All right, now only you two are in it, plus us
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a way to switch it.
There's gotta be.
Oh yes, it's called people watching. Just like
Oh,
wait, why don't you put it on the why don't you put it on the
Oh,
glass
is this
sill?
sound?
sill?
Like, check for
Oh
sound.
yeah.
But then it'll be too.
It's
No,
too
it'll be too
far
far
away.
away, and then it'll.
I'm
Sound
gonna
weird.
check for sound over here.
Okay.
But
Yeah, we got sound.
okay.
But we can't plan this.
Okay. We have
Yeah.
one viewer. I wonder if it's my mom.
I am not.
Hi, Mom.
I am not.
No,
being
it
in this
was
with
you.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Or.
Well,
We get monetized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
he's stealing your chair.
Oh,
We
that's
get a
good.
copy,
Okay, we're
right?
posting on
Alright.
on the Instagram story, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Let's go. Hold on.
Well, I finished sending this to Ev.
If this doesn't upload, I'm gonna be mad.
2, 5, 2 Freddy.
252.
Wait, can you?
No.
5 Nights at
Okay,
Freddy's
we're gonna mark
Reloaded.
I didn't tag anybody because that's too much.
That's fair.
That's too much, but it's
Okay.
posted. Okay.
So what is this?
Everybody,
Oh,
who wants to start with thoughts?
Okay. Well, I'm
Well,
in
we
the
can all
middle.
talk.
Let's
but,
just
like-
go down the line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's starting with me?
You
Okay.
cannot be seen.
I cannot
No,
be
see
seen.
right
No,
there.
I'm here.
it's fine.
Okay.
When I saw Circus Baby, I literally wanted to scream out loud.
Oh yeah, they just included Baby.
Why was she taking
That
so
yeah,
long?
that
I
was
don't-
crazy.
I
No,
don't
it's
know.
gonna come back. I'm so excited
It's
for
gonna
Baby. I
what?
love
She
Baby.
looks so
6,
cool.
7.
Oh, no, because like you
Someone
said.
said 6, 7.
No, you don't do it.
all
There's
this stuff.
in the chat. Someone said.
You Ash, no. If someone does it, you do not repeat it.
Anyways,
crazy.
okay.
I don't know. Well, wait, was that your full thoughts? Wait,
We're going down
Ash,
the line.
Ash,
We're
you
going
went.
down
Oh,
I'm just starting us off. That
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
all my
let's start.
thoughts.
right. Okay.
Yeah, we don't
have to do
If
all
we
thoughts.
if we all say our all thoughts, then the
Overall
rest of us won't have
thoughts.
anything
Overall
else to
thoughts.
say.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than the first one, low key. I liked it a lot better.
Yeah.
There was the jump scares were better. I'm not in the frame. Their jump scares were better, and yeah, and I liked it.
I liked it. I did not like what I did not like, but like in a good way, was the puppet. That freaked me out. But like, I think it was done well. However, and you're gonna say this, some of the acting was questionable, but Josh Hutcherson did really well.
I would hope so.
What else
He's
about
Josh
it?
Hutcherson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It had good moments. I understand why like Rotten Tomatoes and film critics rated it really badly. But
14 is a little.
14 is
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
no,
but
it's
it's
not
also
okay.
that's
But I
Rotten
think-
Tomatoes works in the sense that it's not that people gave it a 14 out of 100.
Yeah.
It's that only 14% of reviews were positive.
Right.
So that like they could have been like a bunch of 5
That's
out of
how
10
that
reviews.
works.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes
Never
works.
know.
It's why a movie like Paddington 2 can have a 100% because Paddington 2 is just a hard movie to hate.
Yeah.
So like it could be a bunch of 80% on a bunch of other sites, but because they're all counted as positive reviews, Rotten Tomatoes
Well,
aggregates it and says it's 100% positive.
didn't IGN say it was really bad?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
well, I guess it was really
like,
I
this
think that
movie's
was.
so-
I think that was a bit.
I feel like it's good for people
Well,
who like
3 out of
FNAF,
10.
but it's not good for critics. But like,
It's not for them.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's for us.
Get out.
Yeah, the acting was, I think, the worst part of the movie. I think, like, Josh Hutcherson acted circles around everybody. And, like, no hate to everybody, but I just, like, maybe it was the direction of the movie, but it felt like every single person was told to, like, pause for, like, a second between every word they said.
Yeah.
The sentences were just elongated. The flow was really bad, especially for the first act. I feel like the set design, like, genuinely best part of the movie. And, like, FNAF 2 is my favorite out of all of them. Well, it's the one I've played the most. And when you get into, like, oh, also spoiler warning, I guess we should preface that.
That's
But when, like, Mike gets into, like, the security room, and it's the exact replica of the room in the second game, it was so cool. It's very, it feels like such a love letter to the
It
game.
helps that, especially with the animatronics, it's made by the Jim Henson Corporation.
I was
Yeah.
saying that in the car,
So,
yeah, on the way here. So
like,
yeah, it's just like, yeah, I think they spent a lot on the design, which I think is a good thing because if it looked bad, like if the animatronics, if the set looked bad, like fans would really hate that.
Well, and that's the thing, because they spend a lot of time with practical effects in this movie, that there's one scene where they don't use practical effects. And it's a scene involving a car, and there you can see something that's CGI on top of the
yeah.
car. And it
Oh.
looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked horrible. And
It's not the one with Mangle.
yeah,
No,
it's,
it is.
where it's on top of the car,
Mhm.
and it's like clearly like CG'd on there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that looks
Well,
off.
I
It's
wasn't
only on
paying
screen
that
for a
much-
second,
I was
so
gonna say,
it's
I
not
wasn't
too
paying too
bad.
much
Yeah.
attention.
I did not notice it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I've been conditioned now to like pick apart the hell out of movies, and so like I think there's different mindsets you can go into, right? And I think unfortunately for what Five Nights at Freddy's is, this is basically all you're gonna get out of a movie. That like, because I want to say that like, because people say like, oh, it's for the fans, and it's like, okay, but the fans deserve better.
Yeah.
But it's also the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, right? And people, it's good because people pick it apart and decipher the lore. But even within that, there's no subtext, right? It's very, once you've solved the puzzle, which many may argue it's not completely solved, but once you solve that, it's very straightforward. It's in sense of like, there's not.
It's like the niche kind of details of the ones people.
Yeah,
already
but it's not.
know
Yeah,
about.
it's not very deep. It's deep to get to what is going on, but once you understand what's going on, it's not particularly like thought provoking.
Yeah, and a lot
As
of the
in-
lore, a lot of the lore is just like made by fans, and then
Yeah.
like it was just like.
Well, but and the difference too, Five Nights at Freddy's has lore, but it doesn't have narrative, and it doesn't have
Yeah.
it doesn't have themes.
It has it in the modern stuff. Like it definitely has a theme of like kind of cycle of abuse. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
that.
like we're not there yet, and
Yeah,
they're
obviously.
clearly choosing to deviate from some of it in swapping around some characters in the movies. But nevertheless, the unfortunate fact is that unless the studio wants to add their own layer of narrative depth to Five Nights, because they have to make up characters, right? Spoilers for the movie again. There's 2 Michaels in this movie. We have.
Well, it's Mike and Mike.
Well,
That's
but
what
there's only one Mike in the games because he's
Oh,
the
right.
same person.
Yeah.
But now there's what?
No,
Yeah, we have
I
to
was
move
gonna
on.
make a joke that
We have
can't
to
make.
move on. Yeah,
It's not even the
It's okay.
first time something like that's happened.
talk
There's like
about
2 Jeremys, 2 Fritzes,
Yeah,
all that
but-
kind of stuff. I'll say my big thing about the movie is that it feels like it's like FNAF is such a big franchise with so many like different presentations. Like if you look at FNAF 2 and then Sister Location, their only binding thing is that there's a big bear. And it feels like the movie's trying to cram all of that together into like one package. And this is a side note. This is kind of along with what was said about the writing. None of the people that weren't a part of the main cast, none of them talked like humans. All of like the side cast talked really weirdly.
Can we talk about Megan Fox as Toy Chica? Oh my god.
That was crazy.
Can I talk about the fact that Matt Pat is the only one that put on a character voice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kelly Brock
he-
did, but
he's
it's just
the
as
only one who
glam
tried.
Freddy
but like,
was.
I thought Chica fit in though.
I didn't think it was too bad. I don't know. It is very much just Megan Fox's Chica. I think also knowing that it's Megan Fox, it's very much like.
It makes it funny.
Yeah.
I think the other thing too is if Megan Fox is gonna play any character, it's gonna be Toy Chica. Like,
Yeah.
I
just
just
can't
think it's
help
funny
but
they
think,
got her to play Toy Chica.
I just can't help but think of Jennifer's body. Like the whole time I was like, where do we go from here?
Oh, you did that.
Oh.
No.
Ash.
Enough with that.
No.
So I'm in a weird position where I can definitely say I liked the movie more than the first, but also I have significantly more issues with it than I did the first. Because like I think it felt a lot more focused than the first. I think the first one was very all over the place with what it wanted to do. But there's just so many aspects where it's like it just kind of fell apart. I think like it tried to also just I think the issue with doing a lot of like fan servicey stuff in movies like this is that you'll show stuff that's like, okay, so why is this there? Like when they showed Circus Baby, there's she
Yeah,
They
appears
did not
for
elaborate on
one
that at all.
one tiny little scene and it isn't in the rest of the movie.
Mhm.
Or with
Well, I think that's just like a little nod.
I think
It's a
they're
little
gonna
nod
reveal
too.
later, right?
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Probably
they're
do it.
setting it up for the next
Cause-
movie.
cause-
it still
Sure.
makes it where it's like, okay, why is this here though?
It's very Avengers
Well,
Endgame.
it's-
Yeah.
They knew the
Yeah.
lore.
They're
They're
all
like,
together.
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
Vanessa is Afton's like daughter, she's kind of like Elizabeth Afton, and
Right.
she got like.
Yeah, it's
beat
made.
by
Yeah.
It's made mostly for the fans, but it's also made for set up for the next one.
It still doesn't
That
make
is-
it narratively cohesive.
I mean, it was a dream, right?
Like-
That's her
Well,
trauma.
because then you have the other thing of like at the very end of the movie when Mike's brother appears in front of everyone, like the spirit of the kid.
That's not, no, that's not his brother.
that was
that's-
No,
Or
it's
just
the,
one
it's the
kid.
kid.
The crying
Either,
child.
either
Yeah, they
way.
kind of like dropped his. I mean, they mentioned
Like-
his brother, but like they kind of dropped that.
Still,
whole story.
point
Well, I
is,
think
you
it's
No,
have
they
this
just dropped
spirit.
Garrett.
Nobody
Where did he go?
Because the first
Well,
movie's
we
whole
have still
thing
time
was
for that.
about.
But I'm
guess
saying
that's
like,
true.
but like, Mike's brother being kidnapped in the first one.
I mean, he
Oh,
like
oh,
moved
They
oh,
just,
my-
like-
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's like
Okay,
the
yeah.
first
They
movie
just-
was all about
I
Mike
was thinking
moving
Mike
on
Tyson,
from
that's
that.
why I
Like
was
the
thinking
whole
that.
thing, what that movie. My thing is, this is about to be a very weird comparison. It's kind of like the Spider-Verse movies, where the first one is its own standalone thing, and the second one you can tell is a part one. Like you can tell
Yeah.
all it's just all build up for what's happening in the next movie.
I kind of hated how this one ended though.
Yeah.
I
Random cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Such a
I
random cliffhanger.
really did not like the last 5 minutes, and I think especially with Mike going, "Stay away
That-
from us."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
crazy.
was crazy. That
Because
made me
clearly
mad.
she just chose
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you
Don't come
over.
to my house.
Yeah, it's
We're not
it's
friends.
a scare. It's
That's
like
all
the
he's
rest of the movie, I find perfectly well fine. Could be perfectly better. Could be worse. I don't care. It's good to me. I'm a semi fan. I haven't seen the first one yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so I came into this one blind and was, oh yeah, this is totally good. This is so well. I didn't expect all this. I know some of the references, I know some of the things. Then there's just Mike's character. It feels like, I don't know how he was in the first one, but he just
He
was
was-
like the worst part of this movie.
He was better in the first one. I feel like he
Oh,
was
he was
more
much
of like a
better.
guy.
I get why he does it. Like within character
was-
makes sense throughout a whole movie. It's
Also-
all like Vanessa lying about stuff. My issue is that it feels like such like a 360 from where or 180
Yeah, for me,
from where he was, where like he was forging that bond with her, and then just immediately stay away from my.
Like he has
house.
valid reasons for
Stay
being
away
upset, but then he like takes the drastic measure. But yeah, you lied to me. Okay, we can deal with this later. But then he's like, oh, you lied to me. How dare you? And just takes it to the extreme instead of dealing with it as a normal
Yeah,
person.
they don't deal with it at all.
Yeah.
Like
I think
they just
I
kind
think
of
like
miss
before
them.
when they confronted each other, like I feel like there should have been a bigger scene and then come back later. I feel like that made it so
Yeah.
much more natural. But in that first scene, it's just like Michael going, "Hey, be honest." No.
Mhm.
Later, "Hey, you weren't honest. Get out."
Well, that's kind of like his whole issue because he wants to like fix her, like it said in the movie, and I feel like that plays a big part into why he was like,
Yeah.
get out!
I feel like
Like, he
she
realized
should have
he
been the
couldn't
one
do it.
dropping him.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
why does he just want to, like, she's not a project. She's a
I-
woman.
Speaking of projects,
She's a person.
that robotics teacher.
Oh my god!
Villain!
That
He
was-
needs
that
to
was-
leave.
Okay.
That was
I was so happy when he
Terrible.
died. I
Yeah.
was like,
They-
yeah!
we had to
Oh,
root
That was
for
my
that.
exact
Yeah.
thought when I was saying none of the people talk like people.
Oh,
Why
yes.
was he such?
He's
Why
such
was
an
he
ass
such a
to this
jerk?
little
Oh,
girl.
my butterfingers.
Right.
Hey, let me take this to the place it deserves.
Was
Like,
that a reference to
cartoonish-
Butterfingers? Like,
Yeah, it could
Like
have been.
Mr. Crocker.
I didn't realize at
That's
the
a
time.
that's a high level reference.
Why does so far both FNAF movies have the designated hated adult,
Yeah.
which is so weird. Like they had the aunt in the first movie,
Who's been committed now,
And then-
according to.
Yeah.
and then
Forgot about
there's
her.
this robotics teacher, and they're both throughout the whole movie horrible people for like no real reason, just so you can feel good when they die
And
or get hurt.
I'm okay with that.
But to be
Sometimes
fair-
I want to feel good when people
To
die.
be fair, there are teachers like that in the world, though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it
I
feels
was gonna say there's
vindicating.
more like there's ants in the world like that,
Oh,
rather
yeah.
than teachers in the world like that.
I don't know.
There
There
are
are teachers
both.
in the world.
Yeah, I know a
if
handful
your
of teachers
teacher
like
is
It's
that.
just more of like him being like, we actually need to scratch you out of this name. We might lose our 3-year streak. The whole contest won't ride on her.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of
it's so
other
weird.
kids
Yeah.
at this school in this
Also,
science
who
fair.
are they competing with?
Yeah,
They don't elaborate at all.
Yeah,
ever.
this is not
It's
important.
okay.
That- oh,
we
yeah.
don't have to talk.
That was like a
Don't
point
think
I
about
was
it.
gonna write about in our like the review. Like anything to do with like the animatronics was fine, like the plot wise and like acting wise. The second we like get to this like the science fair middle school like date,
Yeah.
just any plot like side plot, it's just like not human.
Which was a
No,
like it's
yeah.
like
problem
it just
the first
it
movie had.
genuinely
Yes.
feels like it was like an AI written script. Like when it comes to the side like they took so much time into like writing the main plot and how to use the animatronics that the side plot they were like, nah, just figure
It's
something
like
out.
how much like side bullet points they just had to hit, and they just like
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
to 1-to-1 with them without like trying to make it feel cohesive.
I will say the one thing that this movie did a lot better than the first was it really kept its focus on the animatronics for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah.
Because the first movie, and especially with those dream sequences that the first movie kept cutting to,
Oh.
where I was like, I don't care, get me back to the pizzeria.
Yeah.
Because this movie did a lot better of, especially like second and third act, staying very focused on the animatronics.
The way
Yeah,
I
this
see
wasn't
it-
bad.
I think Vanessa had a way better dream sequence.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But the way I see it is,
That was cool.
is there since they're making this for the fans, not for like, hey, if let's introduce people to FNAF. Since they're like that, like, hey, who would care about their school and all that stuff? Who would care about this date and all that stuff? Yeah, you might be invested in the characters, but we're mainly here for the animatronics
Yeah.
and how they came to be. So let's they're doing this one thing. This rolls into the fact that they can bring Chica to school and kill someone somehow. They're doing this date thing to do the thing like Mike's not trusting her and she's seeing her more of a project than a person, and she's keeping things from him and all that stuff. That way you can roll it back into the animatronics and not its own separate thing. You
I
need to flesh
still-
out later in the story.
I still think though it could have been done better in that
Yeah.
sense
I
because
think-
having
well, I
side
think-
plots and then not developing them in a good way, it makes the rest of the movie not as good as it could.
Yeah,
be.
it could have been wrapped
However,
up cleaner, but it wasn't.
it's still good. Like I didn't dislike the movie. It was enjoyable to
I
watch.
think-
whatever. I just think that the
I
side
think
plots
the
weren't
movie
developed well.
suffers from scope bloat in the sense that it wants to be bigger than the first one. It wants to, right, we spend more time around the town, which I don't think is necessarily bad. I think
I like the
I mean-
idea of having the Fazbear like night. Like I
Yeah,
that-
I
Yeah,
think
they didn't
that's
develop
cool.
it at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I think
they
it's
didn't
wrong.
develop it.
yes, I
wise.
think they didn't develop it. I think it is a good central concept.
Yes.
I
They might
would've-
continue,
I would've
they
much
might
rather
continue that in the next
preferred-
movie.
That
Since-
flows
I would've
so
much
well with
ra-
Fazbear Frights coming in the
Yes.
next movie of like, oh, there's this growing demand. I just wish they did something with it. Like
Yeah.
it happens,
Yeah.
there's like the scene of Toy Freddy just like wandering, and then it just like never really matters for like the rest of the movie.
It felt like they were gonna build
they ran
it
out
up
of
to
money.
something
like
and
that's
they
It
what
felt like
Batman
they ran out
was
of
gonna
money
be.
because I would have much rather it been because they told oh the streets will be dead or whatever.
Yeah.
But like we spend I'm assuming they spent so much on that parade scene that now we have to have all the rest of the clips of the animatronics out just in these houses, right? And like that entire sequence, because that's part of the tension of sort of moving from the second to the third act, is that event that feels wildly out of place at first, because we're starting to use it as sort of a like release of a bit of tension first, a little bit of comic relief, and then eventually we move into the third act. But it felt out of place in some ways. And I think, because the movie wants to be bigger than the last one, right? The last one, you know, is, the first one is very bare bones. It's very basic in the sense that most of it is in the pizzeria. He actually spends 5 nights in that one. This one was not 5 nights, which I thought, because I thought it was really creative that the last one,
Okay,
he actually,
most of the game stopped spending 5 nights at the
Yes.
They
pizzeria.
never
Yeah.
spent 5 nights in the first place.
well, they spend more than 5 nights on all of them, but only in the recent ones do they spend less.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting in the last one because gameplay-wise, the games are unadaptable base, right?
yeah.
You can't just make a movie. Well, I guess you could, but you'd have to.
Very boring.
It'd be
Well,
more
you'd
like
have to
a
have
series.
you'd
in
have
my
to have a
opinion.
really like avant-garde like director doing it, where like it's just Josh Hutcherson sitting at a desk for 5 nights, right? Which like,
I mean,
hey, I wouldn't
yeah,
complain, but
I'd
like,
still watch it.
yeah.
obviously they can't do this, so they have to add narrative through lines and have to have him leave and do stuff because this is made by Universal and Blumhouse, and they're not exactly the most creative studio of all time.
Yeah, when-
Blumhouse started.
I was
I
gonna say
was
when
gonna say-
Blumhouse like
Hereditary first came out.
it was, that's Blumhouse.
Yeah.
I just like I think of
S
the
tier
Purge
horror
and all of
movie.
like those films. So it's just like when I saw that Blumhouse was the one like producing the film, I kind of like the first 2 movies. I kind of had a feeling it was gonna be more campy, just because a lot of like their movies become more campy.
Well, see, when it was like first announced was when Blumhouse first started, when they were on like such a winning streak, and then it was like shortly after it was announced that Blumhouse was making it, started when
Well, the movie,
Yeah,
the first
development
movie
hell
was
for
in
like-
development hell for like
Yeah.
almost 10 years, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
It got announced in 2015, and like
Yeah.
people, it would say like Warner Brothers. I don't think it was Warner Brothers, but it was like one company had it, then
It
another
got dropped
had it.
by
then it-
several companies, I think.
yeah.
Plushies Take
And then it-
Manhattan.
Oh
What?
yeah.
That was one of the
That was one of the
scripts.
script names. There was like a post on Reddit or something about Scott
Yeah.
talking about how much he liked the movie had to be rewritten.
No.
Would you can tell at times that it
Oh,
would be
yeah.
rewritten like 5 different
Yeah.
times?
I just like we've all kind of said, like the side plot is so like half-assed, but I think it is also because like I mean everyone's kind of said it in different ways, but like the main plot there is not much to do, or like it's like they only came up with like 45 minutes of like actual plot, and they're like, quick, how can we cover this up?
Mhm.
And it's like science fair project. That's a classic plot line. It's just so like
I
they
mean,
could have put more effort into it.
if you compare it to the last movie, there's not a lot that happens in this.
Oh,
Because they don't really
yeah,
discover
that's
much.
true.
They have to pad out everyone discovering the mystery, because unlike in the first one, they discover the mystery, but then things change throughout, because then you have.
Yeah.
But in this one, nothing changes. They just have to spread out everyone figuring it out, because if everyone got their shit together quick enough, the movie would be over in like 30 minutes.
I also think that like the only interesting subplot was like the like teenage ghost hunter thing that like McKenna Grace was in.
Yeah,
and then
that
they
was
got
good.
killed within the first 20 minutes.
They
Yeah.
should have
I
done
thought
more
it was
with
gonna
that.
be a
Like,
lot
it should have been
longer.
with
developed
the
a lot
spirit
longer.
boxes and like all that
Yeah.
weird like ghost hunting tech, like they could have done something with that, because like the whole thing is that the spirits mess
It
with
should've been-
technology.
I thought it was gonna be a lot longer of an arc of
For
the
that,
like
I think
ghost
it-
hunters.
I think you should have opened with that and like have it be like kind of not first person, but like have it be like closely attached to one of them, watching everyone around them like get picked off, and then have like things kind of spiral up. I also feel like it felt like for the entire section where Vanessa was in the car, they were gonna build up to her going to the Fall Fest or Faz Fest.
Oh yeah. I
Like
agree.
it felt like they were trying so hard to make it so that's where they would go, only for them just to not.
Mhm.
I feel like it would have been such a good cop out because it's like, well, I mean, obviously the animatronics look more realistic than all of like cosplays and stuff, but I feel like it could have been like a good like fake out moment of like trying to find the animatronics within the
Yeah,
crowd.
It
and
would
they
be
were saying
yeah.
like, "Oh, we're gonna blend in so well," and
Yeah,
then they
and they
just
didn't do
didn't.
anything.
They
It's
did
a
not.
They just
7 foot
go
tall
off.
metal
You-
behemoth.
yeah,
They
it
nobody
looks
believed.
perfect.
Everyone
It
thought
looks
it was
real.
yeah. Everyone
Yeah.
thought it was
There's
a really good
have y'all seen the
cosplay.
cosplayer who has like these really good cosplays of the animatronics?
Yeah.
They work on the movies. It would have been so cool if they had a cameo with one of their suits, kind of make it be
That
like
would be
this
great.
idea.
I do think one of the interesting things, though, is that presumably no one in that town, because the restaurants have been condemned for like 20 years in the movie.
The movie takes place in 2002, by the way.
Yeah.
I did
Yes.
the math during
I
the
wasn't
movie.
born.
It's not very hard math. They tell you.
They show it in the
It was
first
82
They
and
tell
then
you
it's
things-
like
Don't take
20
that
years
away from
later.
Vivian. Don't take that
Yeah.
away from
80
He's a
plus
smart
20.
cookie.
Can you
What do we
I was proud, okay?
He's a smart cookie. Be nice.
But it's like they've been condemned for so long. None of those kids have ever been there. They've never seen the animatronics.
Yeah.
So it's like
It makes sense.
I mean, this is going to be a
Also-
very wild comparison. It's almost like 9/11 in the sense of like, you have all these kids that are like, this is so cool and so funny, when like all the adults are like, people died. Like this
No, but the
was.
parents
That's a
don't
crazy
No.
comparison. I
Yeah.
didn't
It's
know.
kind of real.
because also
It
none of
is,
the
but,
adults
like,
actually
holy-
believe that any of that happened.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I think is dumb because I
well,
know
okay,
enough
wait.
adults. I know adults that are like, oh no, like if there's like the possibility of a crime involved,
Yes.
they'll be like, oh no, yeah, like shit went down there. Whereas
Yeah.
like, what do you mean none of the people in this town
Yeah.
actually believe this happened?
because it was a
also-
cover up.
Yeah,
I think
but
it-
like also the fact that at the beginning the way that the movie opens with oh my god, what's the kid's name? Charlotte? Yeah, when
Yeah.
she's like going around to all of the like parents being like help, help,
That
help,
pissed me off.
and no parent is being like, oh my god, this young child is like, you know, asking for help, whatever. They do not care. Which
They're
is
like,
such a
go talk to your
crazy
parent.
concept.
They
Let's
don't
go talk to
care.
your parent, or not right now, or like the
Yeah.
adults are talking right now.
Well,
Like,
where
go
were
somewhere
Charlotte's parents?
It's
Well,
like what I
but
was
that
saying
no, but
earlier.
that was explained because that's Henry Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Henry
that's-
was-
I think
that's-
she's at a
and-
birthday, she was
yeah.
at a birthday
Busy.
party.
Yeah.
So
She was
that
dropped
makes
off.
sense, but it's the fact that like no parent there was like, hey, maybe we should help this kid.
Yeah.
Like,
No, wait.
so-
And then when she does save the boy, the mother runs up and hugs the guy, hugs her kid.
Yeah.
But like, where was she? Where was she
Yeah.
looking for her kid
Well,
or anything?
like she
Also,
was like
yeah.
screaming and nobody came to her.
Another
They
gripe I
don't
have
have
with the acting is that with that scene in particular, when she comes out onto the stage holding this, screams and turns around and there's 3 stab wounds in her back. Like the reactions of all of the parents, there's no screams, no reaction, no nothing. And like I don't know if they like tried to kind of like I kind of explained it. Maybe it's like an exaggeration in Charlotte's perspective, but like it didn't. If that was how they wanted it to go, it didn't get across that way. It just feels like the direction was nobody's reacting, and it just didn't seem realistic because if you
to
see,
me, it was, I mean, like, and Chris dropped this in the chat that it's probably because people thought that Charlotte was weird anyways, so that when like she pops up dead,
Like in
because like mind you, she's the daughter of the co-founder, so.
Yeah.
I feel like
So everyone that goes there probably sees her all the time being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
even
'cause
the
in
workers
beginning,
were
it
like,
was
"Oh yeah,
she sits in front of the
sits
stage
there."
waiting for
Yeah.
Marionette to pop up every single time she comes here. She just sits there and sits there waiting and waiting, doesn't do anything else.
It's still.
I just
it's
wonder
like
when
the-
you
the
see the
other
But also,
parents
like,
don't.
it's also one of those things where it's like, it would be like legitimately like I don't know what I probably wouldn't like scream if that happened, but I would be like,
if you got stabbed 3 times.
no, if I was one of the people
I
in
would've
the
just tamed
like an adult in the restaurant, I'd just like my I'd go flush, but I wouldn't. I'd just be there like.
It just I feel
Yeah,
like there was
but-
just there was no
But
like
even initially,
But the-
like if you're a parent there and a kid comes up to you, like that's so weird to just be like.
It is around that time where people are like, all right, if you're not my
Yeah.
kid, you're not my problem.
Well,
That,
Yeah, I
in
guess-
the 80s,
and
that was
also-
around the time where like people like at midnight there would like be or I
do
don't
you
remember
know
what
where
time
your
it was.
kids yeah.
Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah,
They would
that is
play on
true,
the
that's
TV.
true.
The other
Also,
thing too
another-
is I'm in like emergency response classes, and it is psychologically shown that when a child comes up to you going, help, I need help, a
Mhm.
parent is more likely to help.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
another-
it's very weird.
Another thing is when you're in a group of people, you're less likely to do anything because you always think, well,
Yeah,
someone else is
someone
gonna
else
deal
will
with
help,
this.
yeah.
Someone else is gonna go help them.
I forget
so
what that's
when
called.
she does fall through
Bystander
the
effect.
floor trap,
Thank you.
everyone's like, oh, someone else needs to go up there and save her. I can't do this. Someone
Yeah.
else needs to go do it.
Also, Chris also mentioned that they said, I have a feeling that a lot of stuff was cut in favor of a shorter movie. Once it's on Paramount, we will probably get some deleted scenes, which that would be
Probably.
interesting, I think.
That'd be nice.
I think this was probably one of my other big complaints with the movie, and like this is like really the one that stuck with me towards the very end as well. Is there just so many like Deus Ex Machinas? Like there were so many times where it was like,
Jeremiah
Just-
showing up.
yeah, just all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we have an issue. Oh hey, the solution's right here. You have-
The mask.
The mask.
Yeah, the
Okay,
mask,
but
the mask
very
is in
much
the
like-
game,
The
though.
mask-
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
appreciate
think
that,
the
but it
mask-
was just it being.
I think it was
okay.
really
The
silly
mask, I
because
don't
it's like
mind.
in the game.
I mean,
it's
it would have been
like
nice
a
if Vanessa
mask.
told
Yeah.
him about the mask instead of let's wait.
Or the
I
mask.
I don't even
I
think she
think-
She
knew.
didn't know.
I think.
Yeah.
The
I think
mask,
that
I
would
think,
have been
is
the
fine.
perfect
I think it's
opportunity
more of,
to have it be a
uh,
phone guy cameo.
A phone guy cameo.
Like,
Don't
I-
people want Markiplier to be the phone guy? So
yeah,
I
but he's
think-
too busy.
I think it would just be
I think
perfect
it's
to have
more
it be
of-
like an old voicemail or something. Like have Mike like go through the office and
Well, I
for
mean, there was
something
the
to tell
end
him.
credit voice thing. I feel like
Well,
so
I-
they like they know that we want it, but it's just like they're
I
Yeah,
bet
Henry.
the
That
long
was
haired
Henry.
dude from the
Yeah, it was
first
Henry.
post credit is gonna be the phone dude.
No,
That was Henry.
Phone dude.
No,
No,
the
the long hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
We literally said a line phone
He
dude
said, "We
says.
found
Yeah.
one, a real one."
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's more of like Jeremiah. Jeremiah was
Jeremiah.
yeah. Jeremiah's showing up
Five.
when when Vanessa's car breaks down, and especially the first location animatronics showing up at the very end.
My thing is, if I feel like
I
it
thought
would
it
have
was
been
silly.
perfect.
It was silly,
It's just
but
more
like-
of like it
I feel
feels
like it
very
It would have
like
been such an easy fix
oh,
to have Mike
okay.
call Jeremiah saying like, "Hey, can you look for Vanessa or something?"
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense.
just
His
like a
friends.
short.
A
scene
short
of
thing is,
it.
hey,
Yeah.
Vanessa can't get a hold of her. Hey, Mike, can you
Well, it's
go?
also-
I also feel like the dialogue does that a lot because like there was like a really throwaway line about like orange candy and
yeah.
and Mike was like, "Oh, I thought you liked orange candy," and she was like, "Yeah, but I haven't liked them since Christmas. You know, when I threw them up." And it's like you can imply that. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like they expect the audience to be like,
Well,
Yeah.
because
Well,
the audience is 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
essentially.
But
Talk like
they
that
don't.
about
They
that
like
movie.
people. I feel like people today don't realize that they you do not have to hold kids.
Yeah.
through
Well,
Yeah.
The
Like-
thing is, this generation's children
They have
is
you,
stupid.
have you seen
Yeah.
Cocomelon?
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen Cocomelon? They cut
I
every
feel
2
like
seconds.
kids are smarter than we
You've
give
seen
them
the
credit
big
for, and
sense.
Yeah,
if we just
but-
didn't hold their hand, I feel like
yeah,
they'll
but,
figure it
but we're
out.
holding
But
their
also-
hand now, so when they go to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, they have to have their hand held.
I
because
think the more
Yeah.
egregious line on that topic was after Abby's no longer being possessed, and she's like, "I feel like when I ate that whole bag of
Yeah,
orange candy,"
oh,
it's
I
like,
didn't like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
I
She
didn't
feels
like
like
that.
such an
He's so
unnecessary.
Actually,
Yeah.
real.
She is. She makes me mad the
No,
entire movie.
I will agree with you. There are moments where like there are things that she is like, I'm just gonna go see my friends. And literally after being thrown into danger so many times, it's like,
She doesn't even,
as a
like, think
kid,
of-
you should be scared.
And like
Or my thing is like she is like not doesn't even consider saying, "Hey Mike, I'm getting like."
She watched
Yeah.
Yeah,
her
she's
too.
also okay.
and to be as like
Well, I think she almost died like 3 times.
as light as possible because the actress is like still a child. Her acting definitely like it sticks out. Like she very much like needs acting classes if she's going to be a child actor. Like it was very like apparent that like she just like didn't she like I don't even know how to
She was
describe it,
good,
but like
she just
the
didn't
first movie
copy
she
it.
didn't need to do much, where this one she like actually had to like
She was a character.
she was
in it.
integral to the plot, and it's like she didn't act at like it, cause like I mean McKenna Grace was in the movie when she was a kid. She's kind of like a once in a lifetime kind of thing, but her acting when she was younger, like she got it right away, and I feel like a lot of the like dialogue from Abby specifically is because the actress kind of doesn't have as much experience. but like she's also a child actor, so like you have to give a little bit.
She,
of grace.
she doesn't have much
Like,
experience because she
exactly.
hasn't had time now.
And most of the like main actors, excluding Vanessa, are like have been like you
Yeah.
know Matthew Lillard, Josh Hutcherson, like they've been around.
Yeah, they're like
I think she did well at the end when she was possessed.
Yes.
I just
Yeah,
think
that was her
yes.
best.
Yeah, I just think that it might have just been the writers on her instead of her herself.
Yeah, I think
could've been.
I think
That-
the voice
that is
direction just
possible.
might not have been the best. Because
Yeah.
I think
Well, okay.
she did do well in that scene.
Well, and I think the possession thing is kind of dumb.
It was kind of weird.
They
Well,
didn't
I
explain
think
it very
I think it
well.
just
It's
looks
also the
silly.
thing of-
Chris said in the chat, I think the puppet hold on Charlotte was very underplayed because it showed that the puppet could move because its arms were wrapped around her, which was like what? Which I agree. Like the concept of the puppet like moving from one person or like entity to another
Mhm.
was not explained in a way that made
Well, and
any
it's also
sense.
something they completely made up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, we were talking
Well,
about
and
this,
also,
'cause
like,
the
okay,
puppet was supposed
FNAF
to be
has always had some
in like the
weird
original
possession.
FNAF lore, like
Yes.
the puppet is supposed to be like the protector of kids,
And now the
but
puppet
like in
is
a good
evil.
way. But now, yeah, now
Well,
it's
I
like
think the
real
puppet's
bad.
evil because the games have always kind of had the thing of the children being like their anger is misplaced.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like they kill the night guards who almost always are just
Yeah.
kind of innocent people.
So they had to bring that into the movies.
I
feel
guess
like
that's
the
a good
puppet
way
was
to
a
do it.
good way to bring that into the movies because it's like a very like
Well, they already did that in the
Traditionally
first movie
scary.
because it's the
Well, that
animatronics
was
can
more
only
being
understand things
manipulated.
through drawings, and that unless they explain that Michael or not Mike William was like the murderer through a drawing, that they'll
Yeah.
just go after everyone in the first movie. I think I don't know. I think the possession thing is just odd because it's not in the games, and it
Yeah.
is odd implications for the
the
rest of
puppet
the.
going in.
Okay,
Yes,
but would you rather
yes.
have them try to explain Remnant in the movie?
Oh
that
yes,
doesn't
I
need to-
would
I
actually.
think
I don't
Remnant's-
think-
I would.
Oh no, Remnant's gonna be in the next one.
I think
They've
Remnant.
already
I'm
like
sure.
Remnant's
Wait,
better
wait,
be in the next one.
wait,
If they
no,
don't,
yeah.
No,
I
because they're tearing down the new pizzeria to make a new one, and they're doing this because of all the popularity in the festival. But at least that's how I see it.
I think what we have to like keep in mind is that they're trying to like deviate a little from the game because Vanessa
Oh.
is now like William Afton's daughter, but she is in the movie.
Yeah.
And,
And
like,
Michael got like split. Into
Well,
yeah,
the
like
thing-
they're trying to be different, and
Wait.
I know we're like comparing it to the game, but like they want it to be separate a little bit.
Yeah, they-
more.
Well, because they're
I don't know why.
they're
but that's
changing
what's
things
happening.
around a little bit.
They want to make
because
like
now-
a solid story, different from the games.
Yeah, so
Was that Henry Emily's daughter too?
Which one was Elizabeth? Was that
Yeah.
another?
No,
actor?
Elizabeth is
Elizabeth
Elizabeth is an Afton.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Charlotte-
Oh, right, the young
Charlotte
lady.
is
Yeah,
Charlotte.
yeah. Okay.
But
Sure.
Vanessa isn't like in the game. Isn't actually. An
No,
actor.
Vanessa-
that was
Vanessa in the game is inspired by the Afton
Yeah.
killings.
But Vanessa.
No.
It's about the Mets.
But
It's
they've-
the Mets.
well, but
Vanessa-
in-
Vanessa's different from
Interesting.
that.
Which is, it's even weirder in the movie now because now we have Michael Afton, but
Yes.
Vanessa kind of is Michael Afton from the
I
game.
think
Yeah.
what they're doing is they're trying to like split apart
Okay,
aspects
okay.
of these characters because a big thing is if you at least generally look at Michael, he changes a lot in the games, like from the kid to what we think is sister location. I feel like they're trying to split all these like aspects of Michael into all these different characters. So he has like Mike is Michael's kind of the whole thing of being the night guard, Vanessa and Michael kind of just being kind of a split of
And like the Survivors Guild type
Yes.
thing.
yeah.
And then like
Is
being a
Vanessa
bad family member.
is
Yeah,
Vanessa
kind of-
not a long game set up for her to eventually be Vanny? From
No.
the
I
most
feel
I
like
don't-
I don't
it
think
wouldn't
There might be
so.
something similar, I think.
I
I
don't.
feel like her being
I don't know if they're gonna
possessed-
go
Yeah,
that
her
far.
being possessed
either.
seems like a thing that might be ongoing.
This is the thing.
This feels
But-
like a we stop at 3.
Yeah.
It feels like
Oh.
the
I
Marion
think
it feels like a
And
trilogy.
before is gonna be like a.
I say
really,
5
really
for 5 nights, maybe.
I feel
That'd be
like,
a lot, though. I don't know if they could drag
I
it
feel
out.
like the
I-
marionette,
Josh
they mixed the
Hutcherson
marionette
Yeah.
with the mimic.
No.
Josh Hutcherson
That's
was
the
a
thing,
bit too
I think they
expensive.
mixed the
Oh
mimic
yeah,
with the whole
they're
thing of
gonna
her
they might run out
possessing.
of money if it.
And
I
being
guess
inside
fans keep
Chica.
going, so like
Like it happens with
Yeah,
with
that, our
Chica
theater was
classics.
really
I
packed.
know.
But in this one,
That's
it's with
it.
Toy Chica. She's faking being things. It really sounds like the mimic, but different.
It does.
It's just weird that
Yeah.
it can control people. It's just weird because it's.
That is true, Chris.
It's interesting how much they focused on like Chica though. Like I know
Yeah.
her voice actor.
Yeah.
is
I didn't even
important,
know-
But like
I
They
mean,
just really wanted to pay Megan Fox.
I guess so.
Abby did not care about Bonnie. Abby did not like Bonnie at
Yeah.
all.
It's
Notice
a
how she
mad
goes,
cat. How
notice
do
how she
you not
goes,
like Bonnie?
Chica,
yeah, I know.
Freddy, nothing about Bonnie.
Yeah.
Nothing
Is
about
that you,
Bonnie. She
Chica?
hated
Is that you,
Abby.
Freddy?
Chica.
Yeah.
Scott Cawthon's
All
grudge
the
against
Was she
Bond
that
pretty
big of a
nice.
Chica fan in the
I
first
don't
movie?
know.
She
I
was.
remember.
She
I
was
think
a favorite
so.
in the first movie
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
I
think
think
so.
Freddy was the more
Eh,
unless it's like
It was both.
unless you're spending each movie.
I don't know.
as-
It's been a while since
Oh.
since I saw the first movie, but I remember Bonnie kind of being an OG.
I think-
Freddy got like one
I
line.
think
I think
so.
going
Oh,
on
Bonnie's
a
OG.
I think it's kind of crazy. We never saw Mangle hanging from the ceiling.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
we
is
did.
true. That was
Nice.
sweet.
And where was
Yeah.
that face? I was like, when you're looking
There's
into
something
the hallway.
hanging over the
That's
archway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
But that never showed up again. Where was
It's
that?
like, I know exactly what it is.
It's
It's
just
a
a
little bit
reference.
from Sister Location. It is
Is
definitely
it?
because the purple
Oh,
light is so
no,
woven.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
I've never
woven.
played
I
this.
think
Oh,
maybe.
you're so right.
Yeah.
I think they just kind of because
There-
it's
Am I
literally
unk?
exactly.
But
what
are,
people-
if that's
Yeah.
true, then are they
Yeah.
trying to
100%
combine
honest.
Sister Location
Probably.
like more with the second?
Probably.
I think what they're gonna do with the third movie is mix Sister Location and.
Well, was Sister Location not in the basement of that location?
Sister Location's in the
Well,
basement
under the
of
house.
FNAF 4 house.
Yeah,
Of the
under their
FNAF
house.
4 house.
And it makes
okay.
sense
But
because
the
of Williams'
basement
workshop having.
It
certain
is a
locations.
basement.
I think we're gonna be mixing. I think the third movie is definitely gonna like mix multiple games.
I feel
I
like
think they already are starting to do that.
I
They
think
might
the
do
third
it.
movie is mixing Sister Location with the third game.
I think
Yeah.
I think if they do the most movies is 4 because Sister Location and FNAF 3 are pretty big undertakings.
Yeah,
Especially if they want to properly adapt something like Circus Baby.
yeah.
I
That
could
was
see,
a-
I
Or
could
like
see that
the
being like a
ballerina.
final, the underground like workshop being like a final thing for like a
Yeah.
last movie, being like this is where it all comes from. Now we gotta go.
Wasn't
it
there
down
something
or
about
we gotta go
Raspberry
back in
Frights
time to
TV
get
series?
turkeys
The
I
off.
was hearing something
Thanksgiving.
about that being like
To get
announced.
turkeys off.
I think that was
Because I could see three.
Who are you talking to?
I could
Well, I think like a
see.
TV series.
I could see
Like
the next
that
movie
was
being split between
Freddy
3 and
Friends,
4,
yeah.
where Michael is doing like
Yeah,
FNAF
That was a
3.
different thing.
But then
It was
like
after the
Vanessa is doing
which was a
FNAF
reference.
4,
That's
where she's having like nightmares or whatever.
Feather
because she
Friends.
thinks
See that
it's
because
or
FNAF
something.
4 is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
And so they sort of have their experiences split between those two games into one movie, and then
Okay.
reuniting for like a final fourth movie where they take on Sister
Can we quickly
Location.
talk about Cupcake?
They
Where
didn't
was
show up.
Cupcake?
Yeah, where was Cupcake?
It killed someone in the last movie, but
I
not.
know.
I'm
I
okay.
wanna
My
see
thirst
that.
for blood was
I'm-
seasonal.
Like Toy Chica was like holding Cupcake,
Toy Chica was
and then the next frame gone.
It's gone.
I
to
don't
be fair,
care.
that
what it
cupcake
was.
did
I don't
have
care that it
teeth.
wasn't there at all.
That
It was
cupcake-
fine, yeah.
Like, it was like whatever.
That cupcake is a fraud.
Anyways, guys, I think we should have
Yeah,
some. Wait,
we need to
final
wrap.
thoughts.
We need to wrap up.
Final
We need to
thoughts.
Because
Okay.
I also do want to talk a little bit of positive because I think
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
enjoy the
Yeah, it was
I
a really
enjoyed
good
it.
movie. We liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the
Despite all that
the
we're saying.
experience of seeing the movie. I don't know if I enjoyed the movie
Well,
itself.
okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie
I
as
think
a.
animatronics.
I enjoyed the
enjoyed
movie as well.
both
Oh
halves.
yeah.
Yeah, I
love
enjoyed
it.
the movie a lot.
I think
Okay.
the animatronics, like how like well made they are, and again, it's the Jim Henson Company. How well they're made, and how like just the practical effects. I feel like it really makes it such an interesting thing to watch, even though the plot is so. Like, I think the animatronics make up for it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Chris
say-
just said in the chat that the hallway in Vanessa's flashbacks and nightmares was Plush Trap's hallway, and I just want to say that I noticed that too. I
Okay,
noticed that
Speaking
too.
of that
So-
scene, Matthew Lillard, for as like as little as he was in the movie, did kill it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and he'll
Yeah.
and he'll be in the next one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
shall never leave. You are mine.
Mine.
I
Middle
always
Carrier's
come
dead.
back.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about thoughts about the next movie or what it be
I mean,
about?
we've already
We've already
talked
talked
about
Wait,
We have
there's
talked
one
about it.
thing. There's
Oh.
one thing that we should remember. This isn't a game. Michael.
Yeah.
This isn't a game.
Oh.
That was such a stupid
I will say
line.
This isn't a game.
my two really big positives were this movie. What like even though some aspects of the plot were a bit off, I thought this
Like
movie
the
was a
animatronics.
lot more focused than the first movie.
Yeah.
And also, what I was saying in the car is that FNAF as a franchise nails tension.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is something that does translate into the movies of there is some really good tension.
And I would
I
say
agree.
most of
The pacing is.
I wish
and
it
most
was
of the
rated
more
R.
horror, yes.
I do
It would've
too. I
been-
was
it
would've
thinking-
been-
as
children
soon
would
as
be able
the
to see
scream was
it.
happening, I was like, this should be rated.
But in most of the more horror-centric scenes, the pacing and how tense it is really good.
I agree.
I think where the movie falters is when it tries to have the more hero scenes and when it tries to do the more slice of life stuff, I guess is the best way to phrase
Yeah.
it. I think that's when the movie falters. When it's doing its like horror scenes, it's really good and it kills it.
They
Yeah,
said they
I
were gonna
agree.
amp it up this time, and they
Which
did.
they
I think
did.
they did, yeah.
They
oh,
did.
yeah.
They
compared
might
to
have did
first.
it like a little bit too much. Maybe they focused
I was
on
gonna
it.
say-
They've admitted that it's still like a movie for children.
My
Yeah.
thing-
What,
Yeah.
what
They're
was the
never-
rating of what was the rating of this movie?
13.
13? Oh, it should have been 18 plus.
I was,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
Somebody's
say,
arm
Make
fell
it.
off.
18
never
plus
gonna
in the slightest.
My thing is,
Guys,
I-
wait, let
yeah.
Ashton get their comment, please.
I've been trying to say, I think giving it that barrier of PG-13 plus, I have a very different taste in horror movies than you all, clearly. But like I don't like gore, and I don't like I like it to be like a more tasteful thing when it's scary, and I like more of the concept of the thing being scary.
I think there's like a happy medium that could be hit that they don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
if you've played
There
the
could be
game,
some more
That's
psychological.
never been a
like,
gory
I wish there was
story.
more psychological horror, but I
Like,
get
'cause-
like within the confines of a PG-13 movie, they can't
can't
do
do it.
psychological,
Yeah.
because
But
that
it
will mess
would be
kids up.
Really good
Because
though.
FNAF's
It would be
never
really
been
good.
a gory series,
Yeah,
so I
FNAF-
get why it doesn't have gore. Like,
Yeah.
like even with things
Yeah.
like Springtrap, it's always been super unrealistic
Also,
and hidden.
They
But I think they could have hit a better medium.
Those
between
secret
showing-
scenes messed me up as a kid, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
never
Those
been
are-
it's never
My
been
last
bloody all that
complaint-
much. It's never been super gory. So if it was upped in the rating system, it wouldn't be super bloody and all that stuff. So you still have your happy stuff.
I think
just-
if they did
more
up the
scary.
rating, I would want it to be for like so that they could play up the psychological horror
Yeah.
aspect
Oh,
of
yeah.
it, and like make those of us who were fans when we were kids make us feel as scared as we were when we were kids,
That is
playing the
true.
games and looking at those secret scenes and like all of like. If I was to feel that scared again, I would be like, ooh,
My
should
Yeah.
I?
last
I'd be
complaint
like,
with the
ooh.
movie is that they wimped out and killing 2 children at the start.
Oh, yeah.
They should have had both the children be dead instead of just the one.
Yeah.
Boo! Kill more kids.
I think there's might
We're
be
not
something with
endorsing that.
kid.
Yeah.
No,
no.
We endorse.
No,
Kill more kids.
I have a feeling that
Okay.
kid's gonna come back.
I think
Probably,
He was
yeah.
final
He was like laying down.
Yeah,
on the
final
bed.
thoughts.
FNAF,
Final thoughts,
FNAF,
final
FNAF,
thoughts.
FNAF, we're getting zesty.
No, Bernie.
Let's go.
It's on fire. We need
Lots
to
of
Yeah.
more,
Oh, yeah,
lots to
final
play with.
Wait,
in the back
rating out of
room,
5.
they
Rating out of
just
5.
Oh, okay.
Letterbox rating. Letterbox rating.
Letterbox
Definitely
rating.
drop
Letterbox
it.
rating out of 5.
Yeah.
We're going down the line.
Out of 5.
3.75.
3.5.
Yeah,
3.5 for
3.5.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
I'll give it a 4.1.
Okay.
I like 3.75.
I'll give it like a 2.5.
I give it like a 3, but I also give it the little heart to say that I liked
Yeah.
it, even though
Okay.
it wasn't great.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah,
what I
that's
did.
fair.
Because that's the thing. I feel like, and I have the same thought that I had with the first movie. It is objectively not that good. I really enjoyed it.
This is the
Like-
best
I see
night
that.
ever.
Well, I
Alright.
think that.
I'm
all.
not
We're
ready.
gonna end it, guys.
We're gonna sing it.
I want it.
So
I'm not